Hello, my name is Werner BLAU and I'm a professor in the School of Physics and in the Centre for Nanotechnology in Trinity College in Dublin in Ireland. My original training is as a physicist, so I want to show you what you can do with physics in your careers and why it is wise to consider choosing physics as a career option there. So physics essentially, and this is what our friend Albert Einstein here tells you, is something which leads to many possible careers, ranging from astronaut to Chancellor of Germany, a rock musician, nanotechnologist, and many other areas which are relevant to our current well-being of the planet and of humanity as such. If you're interested in how our world works, then you can see what Albert Einstein says: the world stands before us like a great external riddle. The physicist's goal is to save the riddles posed by nature, from the birth of the universe to the atomic conundrum. Physicists are therefore like detectives trying to solve a mystery. That's the interesting field and area we have here. And you can work in many areas if you do physics. And if you see all the different areas here, you can work, if you're interested in maybe a mixture with chemistry or biology. You can work in material science or in environmental physics, which is really important for our future of humanity there. If you're interested in mathematics, you can work in theoretical physics and solve the problems of the origins of the universe and how small our world can be held together. If you're interested in communications, obviously physics was one of the very fundamental subjects relevant to optical communication. So when you look at this video, you will undoubtedly use somewhere optical fibers, and these come out of the 1960s developments in optics and material physics there. And if you're interested in the medical area, for instance, here is a magnetic resonance imaging picture there, then you can, for instance, do medical physics. There's many areas which you can look at. And depending on our computational physics here, which our friend Albert didn't have at the time. Now, why do you get jobs? Because there's some really important areas or in your education. One is you can analyze complex and complicated problems, and you can analyze these with a mathematical and logical precision rather than talking about it. And you learn, and that's very important, as part of your education, you learn team working. Physics problems are usually solved by teams, so team skills are really important. So you have problem solving skills, you can think critically, you get judgment and decision making skills, you can computationally, you learn programming, you work socially, because that's part of the teamwork, socially responsible, you can support people, you can negotiate, and you can make logical and well thought out decisions and learn constantly new things. So what do you achieve when you have a physics degree? You can start a business like the people founding Sony, or the musical synthesizer, or Intel. You can become an entrepreneur. You can win all sorts of financial prizes and become a millionaire. You can win a Nobel Prize, like, for instance, Steve Chu, who was the Secretary of the US Department of Energy for a while he was still writing papers. Or you can do many, many other careers and jobs in physics, as I outlined there. You can also go into other areas. For instance, you can become a rock star like Brian May from Queen, or a traditional Irish fiddler like Kevin O'Rahilly, who was a theoretical physics student with us. Here's Kevin. You can become a comedian like Dara O'Brien, who has a degree in mathematical physics. If you're so politically minded, you become a politician. For instance, Angela Merkel was Chancellor of Germany for many, many, many years, but she is originally a PhD in quantum physics there. Or you can become, for instance, a head of a university like our current or our recent president, John Hegarty, who worked in Bell Labs in the United States before he came to Trinity College. So why should you do physics? One is the best reason in the world, because if you're interested in how the world works, you can find about it, and that's fun. And you have job satisfaction, which makes you a happier person. A secondary thing is that generally you do earn quite good money, which helps you become a happy person. Happy persons have nice families. Here is Einstein playing the fiddle. He loves music and he had a happy family. Here's yours truly playing the organ or conducting a choir and having a grandchild who lives in Edinburgh. So, last thing I want to say is great discoveries on the example of Einstein are done in young age. This, in his 20s, was Einstein when he made his big discoveries. This is what the cartoon shows you when he had the great fame. So why you should look at your careers is because your biggest creativity is as young people. So when you make your discoveries, you are full of energy and creativity, and that's when you're young. And therefore, the young careers considerations are really relevant. Thank you very much. Wo ist er denn? Komisch.